evening, closing night audience. Welcome to Agatha Christie's The Mousetrap, Bronco Drama. Yeah. So I need to explain a little bit about what you didn't do yet, but what you're going to do in a moment. When I conceived the concept of this production, I wanted to give as many opportunities to students as possible and really challenge my kids as well. So we set out to double cast the show so that every role was doubled or covered by another actor, and we would switch them out for different performances. What it kind of turned out to be is that we have 3 actors, and we did do that with all of the women and the men, but we have 3 actors in this show who doubled and learned 2 completely different roles. You'll see in a moment how very, very different these roles are, but 3 of the actors in this show, Eric Olson, Noah Martin, and Dallin Salway, learned between them 6 roles for 3 guys. And so every night we've switched it up. Last week, the first 4 shows, I didn't do like a cast A and a cast B. We mixed it up, and we have not had one single show where the same 8 actors that come on stage have performed that performance before. So Friday night and both shows today were supposed to be, were our Guess Who performances. And what happened was, the audiences prior to you were given ballots with all of the actors, except for one. We have one character that didn't switch, but we voted. The audience got to vote, and then 5 minutes before the show started, we let the actors know who would be performing that night. Okay? But I also promised them, because it was the final 3 shows, that we had to be fair and equal about that, and they had to get at least 1 performance. If they were voted twice in a row, then the final performance would go to their double or the other actor. So the way that it worked out was that for this performance, we only had 1 role that didn't fall within those guidelines because of the doubling. It's very confusing. There's a flow chart. I'm not going to give it to you, but because we have 3 actors that if one didn't get it, then this actor would go in, and then it just was this shuffle, this domino effect. We only have 1 role this evening that has not been decided upon. So literally right now, we are going to vote on that role. The actors are both costumed and ready backstage.
That's so funny.
And they are going to find out when I tell them, they're listening right now, which of them will be going on for the role of Mrs. Boyle. So the role of Mrs. Boyle. So let me tell you, we have 2 actors ready. And the good thing, don't feel bad for the other one, because they've all had a good long run. They knew this was the way it was going to be. We played it out this way. So I don't want you to feel the guilt, and please don't make it be a tie, or it's going to be a real awkward evening. They could switch off scenes, I guess. Huh. That's an idea. Okay. What do we think about that? Scene 1 and scene 2. So this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We have 2 Mrs. Boyles. One actress's name is Audra Magness. The other's name is Caitlin Mosesian. And so because they are both fully costumed and capable and ready to do this, let's vote to see who's going to go first tonight. We have 2 scenes that they appear in. So if you would like to see, this is for scene 1. If you'd like to see Audra in scene 1, raise your hand.
Sure.
Okay, hands down. It's already. So Audra Magness will be appearing as Mrs. Boyle in scene 1, and Caitlin Mosesian will be appearing as Mrs. Boyle in scene 2. Both of their parents are here. So they will each get to see. This has never been done. This is like a crazy thing that I wouldn't normally do, but hey, why not? So that's exciting that you are going to be this. No other audience will ever see this again. There you go. There you go. Glad there weren't 3 scenes, and then I guess I'd have to go on. All right. Okay. So the Mousetrap, we will be bringing you that in just a moment. Let me give you a little plug for some other things happening. Right on the heels of this, literally on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, we will be auditioning for Mary Poppins, our next little show that will be going up the last weekend of April, the first weekend of May, at the Mercedes Edwards Theater. Big production, lots of flying and Mary and umbrellas and all kinds of great stuff. So please plan on joining us for that. Students, still slots, still time available to audition. Tuesday, Wednesday, I have audition packets. If you are interested, I can certainly give those to you. They are also on our website, broncodrama.com. Again, those auditions are Tuesday and Wednesday. We're really excited about that. Big show, big cast, big money. Following that production of Mary Poppins, right on the heels of that will be our all-student produced production of The Odd Couple, Neil Simon's The Odd Couple. The director of which is one of your Mrs. Boyles this evening. So that will be performing right here in Space 702 in May, literally a week and a half after Mary Poppins closes. Yeah, we like to keep them, AP classes and drama. That's what we like to do here. We also have our improv team, Constant Interruptions. They perform a monthly improv show, the next of which will be in here next Saturday night. So you can come back next Saturday night and see the improv team, Constant Interruptions, perform. I will tell you, this is the seating with an additional crammed another row in front of you. So the seating is limited because the set is remaining for the rest of the year because we're going to repurpose it and redress it for The Odd Couple. So the seating is tight. It will be tighter than it normally is. So if you regularly attend our improv shows, you'll want to get here early to make sure we don't pre-sell those tickets. They're available $5 at the door, and we generally sell out. Sometimes we have sold out at $7:05 once we open the doors sometimes. So just be aware if you're coming, plan ahead. I think that's about all I have to say. We do have a fundraiser happening on Tuesday night, the 26th. At Pyology, Logan, Pyology in the River Trading Crossing Park. I don't know what wherever the new Trader Joe's is, you know that? Yeah. That's where Pyology is, and we will be doing a fundraiser there that day, all day long. So if you are hankering for some pizza and you head over there during lunch or in the evening, the proceeds of that come back to Bronco Drama, and this ain't cheap, y'all. So please support Bronco Drama and our endeavors with the productions here at Close North. All right, a little bit of housekeeping. If you have a device on your person that makes noise, please take this opportunity, and talk about cell phones, to make sure that they are off. It's very distracting to our performers, and it's bad manners. So make sure that your phones are off. Please don't answer your phone during the show. Please don't text during the show. Please don't scroll or swipe through Facebook or Instagram during the show. Focus on the show, because the show is the show, right? We will be taking a 15-minute intermission, at which time you can take your phones out. You can do all of those things. And no photos during the show either, or recording. We are recording our archival recording of the show, but you may not record the show. You can take pictures after the show. Actors will be in costume, and they will, you can take them on stage. I don't know. Why not? So, but after the show. Intermission, we're going to be selling a lot of carbohydrates and calories outside. We would love for you to take advantage of that because it helps our drama program. So please take advantage of that. Their restrooms are located in the snack bar area, which is around the corner to the left. If you go to the pool, you've gone too far. So it's between us and the pool, right in front of, right between the gym and the pool. So, and we have people out there that can guide you toward that. If you need to leave during the performance for any reason, that is the only door that is unlocked. You can go out this door, that's fine. But if you come back in, you'll have to come back in through those doors, because those are the only unlocked doors. Don't use these doors here, because you don't know where you're going to be here at Mousetrap Manor. All right, that's all I have to say. Again, I could not be prouder of this cast. It has been just a phenomenal experience from beginning to end. These are some of the most talented and hardworking, dedicated students I've ever had the privilege of working with. So parents that are out here, thank you so much for raising such exceptional children. And I'm just grateful that I have this opportunity. So thank you, enjoy the show, and we'll see you on the other side.
And according to Scotland Yard, the crime took place at 24 Culver Street, Paddington. The murdered woman was a Mrs. Maureen Lyon. In connection with the murder, the police are anxious to interview a man seen in the vicinity wearing a dark overcoat, light scarf, and soft felt hat. Motorists are warned against ice-bound roads. The heavy snow is expected to continue, and throughout the country there will be a certain freezing.
Mrs. Barlow! Mrs. Barlow! It's cold. Really does look nice, doesn't it? Oh, how stupid Giles. Oh, gosh.
Mollie? Mollie? Mollie, where are you?
Doing all the work, you brute.
Oh, there you are. Leave it all to me. Shall I stoke the agate?
Done.
Hello, sweetheart. Oh, your nose is cold.
Oh, I've just come in.
Why? Where have you been? Surely you've not been out in this weather.
I had to go down to the village for some stuff I'd forgotten. Did you get the chicken netting?
It wasn't the right kind. I'd gone on to another dump, but it wasn't any good either. Practically a whole day wasted. My goodness, I'm half frozen. The car was skidding like anything. Snow's coming down thick. What do you bet we're not snowed up tomorrow?
Oh dear, I do hope not. Only the pipes still freeze.
We'll have to keep the central heating well stoked up. Not too good. I wish they'd send the cook along. We've not got any too much.
I do so want things to go well at first. First impressions are so important.
Is everything ready? Nobody's arrived yet, I suppose.
No, thank goodness. I think everything's in order. Mrs. Barlow slipped in early. Afraid of the weather, I suppose.
What a nuisance these daily women are. That leaves everything on your shoulders.
And yours? This is a partnership.
So long as you don't ask me to cook.
Oh, no, that's my department. Anyway, we've got plenty of tins in case we're snowed up. Giles, do you think it's going to be all right?
Not cold feet, have you? Are you sorry now we didn't sell the place when your aunt left it to you, instead of having this mad idea of running it as a guest house?
No, I'm not. I love it. And talking of a guest house, just look at that.
Pretty good, what?
It's a disaster, don't you see? You've left out the S. Monkwell instead of Monkswell.
So I did. However did I come to do that? But it doesn't really matter, does it? Monkwell is just as good a name.
You're in disgrace. Go and stoke the central heating.
Across that icy yard? Shall I bank it up for the night now?
No, you don't do that until 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
How appalling.
Hurry up. Someone may arrive any minute now.
You've got all the rooms worked out?
Yes. It's Mrs. Boyle in the front four-poster room, Major Metcalf, blue room, Miss Casewell, east room, Mr. Wren, oak room.
I wonder what all these people will be like. Oughtn't we to have got rent in advance?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
We're rather mugs at this game.
They bring luggage. If they don't pay, we hang on to their luggage. It's quite simple.
I can't help thinking we ought to have taken a correspondence course in hotel keeping. We ought to get had in some way. Their luggage might just be bricks wrapped up in newspaper, and where would we be then?
They all wrote from very good addresses.
That's what servants with forged references do. Some of these people may be criminals hiding from the police.
I don't care what they are, so long as they pay us 7 guineas every week.
You're such a wonderful woman of business, Mollie.
and according to Scotland Yard, the crime took place at 24 Calvert Street, Paddington. The murdered woman was a Mrs. Maureen Lyon. In connection with the murder, the police are anxious to interview a man seen in the vicinity wearing a dark overcoat, light scarf, and soft felt hat. Motorists are warned against ice-bound roads. The heavy snow is expected to continue, and throughout the country there will be a certain freezing, particularly at points on the north.
How do you do?
Thanks so much. The weather is simply awful. My taxi gave up at your gate. Wouldn't attempt to drive, no sporting instinct. Are you Mrs. Ralston? How delightful. My name's Wren.
How do you do, Mr. Wren?
No, you're not at all as I pictured you. I've been thinking of you as a retired general's widow. Indian Army. I thought you'd be terrifically grim and the whole place would be simply crowned with Benet's brass. Instead, it's heavenly. Oh, quite heavenly. Lovely proportions. That's a fake. Oh, but this table is genuine. I'm simply going to love this place. Have you got any wax flowers or birds of paradise?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, what a pity. What about a sideboard? A purple plumbing mahogany sideboard with great solid carved fruits on it?
Yes, we have it. In the dining room.
In here? I must see it. Oh, how is she doing? Oh, that's so absolutely perfect. Real bedrock respectability, but why do away with a center mahogany table? Little tables just spoil the effect.
We thought guests would prefer them. This is my husband.
How do you do? Terrible weather, isn't it? Takes one back to Dickens and Scrooge and that irritating Tiny Tim. So bogus. Of course, Mrs. Ralston. You're absolutely right about the little tables. If you had a mahogany dining table, you'd have to have the right family to fit around it. Stern, handsome father with a beard. Prolific, faded mother. 11 or so children of assorted ages. A grim governess and somebody called Poor Harriet. And the poor relation who acts as a general dog's body is very, very grateful to be given a good home.
I'll take your suitcase upstairs for you. Oak room, did you say?
Yes.
I do hope it's got a faux poster with little Chin's roses.
It hasn't.
I don't believe your husband is going to like me. How long have you been married? Are you very much in love?
We've been married